Mr. R. Rajaram, Chairman of the IHC Advisory Board, Chairman of the National Heritage Board, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and vanakkam. I'm delighted to join all of you for this IHC partner reception, and it comes at a time when we also mark the 10th anniversary of the IHC. We opened the IHC in 2015 when we marked our SG50 Golden Jubilee celebration. I was involved back then as MCCY Minister. So it's good to be back now, 10 years later, for this 10th anniversary milestone, this time during SG60. India is one of the world's oldest and most diverse civilizations. Its influence can be seen all over the world, and especially in this part of the world, here in Southeast Asia. Indian learning, philosophy, religious insights, and art have inspired cultures throughout our region. You see it from the intricate Buddhist monument of Borobudur to the majestic Hindu Buddhist temple complex of Angkor Wat, just to cite some examples. And it's from these very deep civilizational roots that people of Indian origin have long made their way to this tiny little island called Singapore. And since the earliest days of modern Singapore, men and women from the Indian subcontinent have come to our shores, bringing with them their skills, their beliefs, and their hopes for a better life. So the story of our Indian community is an integral part of our larger Singapore story. Our early Indian immigrants came from different regions, including Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Bengal, Punjab, Gujarat, or Maharashtra, for example. They spoke different languages, practiced different faiths, and carried with them the rich diversity of Indian civilization. And they enriched our society with a vibrant array of customs, cuisines, arts, and festivals, as we saw just now, from Deepavali and Pongal to Thaipusam. Indian influences are deeply woven into our daily lives, in the spices and flavors we enjoy in our food, and even in some of the words we speak. Above all, these early Indian immigrants shared a common determination to make good in Singapore and to build a better future here. Over time, they put down roots and made lasting contributions in every field, from government and commerce to arts and sports. They shaped not just the community, but also our nation. And amongst these pioneers included the entrepreneur and philanthropist P. Govindasamy Pillai, the followers of the Guru Sri Narayana, who set up a mission to serve the less privileged here, and of course our founding Foreign Minister S. Rajaratnam, who penned our national pledge envisioning Singapore as one united people, regardless of race, language, or religion. Through their efforts, the efforts of these pioneers, and those of the generations who came after, our Singapore Indian community has flourished. You have kept alive your rich traditions and heritage. At the same time, you have embraced a distinctive sense of national identity, which we all share as Singaporeans. So you are not just Indians in Singapore. You are Singaporean Indians. There is a difference. Just as I'm not just a Chinese, I'm a Singaporean Chinese, and we say the same for Singaporean Malays and every other ethnicity here. We are Singaporeans first. And we are rooted in our culture, respective cultures, our respective roots, yet deeply woven into the fabric of our nation. And you, all of you, our Indian community, are a proud and vital part of our Singapore story. We set up the Indian Heritage Center to tell this story, how the Singapore Indian community became and remains an integral part of our national identity. And in just 10 years, the IHC has done this work admirably. You have curated rich and engaging exhibitions that trace the journey of our Indian community. from its early beginnings to its many contributions to Singapore's development and success. You have showcased the diversity of our Indian community, from Sikhs and Tamils to Chetty Malakkans and Malayalis, celebrating each group's unique identities while highlighting the values we all share together. And you have brought this heritage to life beyond these walls. Through performances and workshops, you have kept traditional Indian arts vibrant and worked with different partners to animate the streets of Little India with culture and color. You have reached out importantly to Singaporeans of all backgrounds. As you heard the chairman say just now, the majority of your visitors are in fact non-Indians. You have welcomed almost 1.8 million visitors here, including many students. You have collaborated with the Singapore Chinese Cultural Centre and the Malay Heritage Centre to highlight the common ground we share across different communities. And you continue to help nurture a deeper appreciation for the multiculturalism that defines Singapore. None of this would be possible without the dedication and hard work of IHC management, staff, and advisory board, past and present, as well as the many partners and supporters who are here. So thank you, everyone, for giving so generously of your time, energy, and talent. I also want to give a special shout out to the patrons and donors, the chairman mentioned just now, who have contributed generously, not just money, but also personal items and artifacts. Thank you for your contributions. I met some of the donors just now, and it was very striking and special for all of them because their artifacts are special to them, but they are happy to make a donation here. As one of them said to me, I don't know, this artifact is special to me. I don't know how long it will last and who I will pass it to later on, but I know that here in the Heritage Centre, it will last for a long time and the story will continue to be kept alive for generations to come. And these donations help to bring alive the story of our Indian community and help to keep the story going from generation to generation. So thank you all for your steadfast support. Through institutions like the IHC, we gain not only knowledge of our past, but a deeper understanding of who we are. Like the Indian community, Singapore itself is a tapestry woven from many threads, multiracial, multi-religious, multicultural. Our diversity need not and must not divide us. Instead, when we respect one another, when we celebrate one another's culture, our diversity becomes a tremendous source of unity and strength. So as the IHC enters its second decade, I encourage all of you to continue finding new and creative ways to tell the story of our Indian community in Singapore. And in doing so, to illuminate the broader Singapore story, a story of diversity, unity, and shared destiny. A story that's much needed in a world that is becoming more hostile, more contested, more fragmented. But even in this darkened world, let Singapore always be a shining little red dot, showing the way for others and uniting together as one people. So once again, congratulations on your 10th anniversary. Thank you all for being here and for your steadfast support. Keep up the wonderful work that you are doing at the IHC. Thank you and Mika Nandri.